So thanks so much for stopping through, coming through the Juke Box, man. I want to welcome you. How you doing today? How's everything going?
Man, everything great, man. How about yourself?
Going real good. Going real good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Yeah, man. So I'm excited to have you on the show. You just recently dropped this EP, right? Tell us
Yes, sir.
about it.
Love. Just dropped Reason to Love on March 24th. Just dropped the music video. I think this week. If not, it was probably last week. We just pushing. You know what I'm saying? The project is basically about just giving somebody a reason to love, man. Because a lot of women have been hurt in different ways and stuff like that, and it's up to us real men to show them like, okay, I know you done dealt with this person, this person, this person, but I can show you what you never seen before.
Okay, okay, that's dope right there. I like that. I
Sir,
like that a lot.
already know.
Yeah, so I was introduced to your music on Instagram, and I went and looked it up. And what I usually do, I preview all the songs,
Mm-hmm.
pick one, maybe two that I want to put on the show. But when I listen to your EP, man, I'm like, man, every joint on here is banging. No, like I gotta talk to this cat, man. I gotta see what's really good with him. So who are some of the people you worked with on this project?
Well, I produced some of the records on there because I produce my own music as well. I produced some records. I have two other producers I worked with. Ballad Beats is his Instagram, and my other dude Steve, David and Steve. Those are my other two producers that I work with. I write my own music, arrange my own music. You know what I'm saying? It's connected with David and Steve, and we just locked in and started getting that work in.
Wow. So do you play instruments too, or you on
Yeah,
the keyboards?
play 5 instruments. I play drums, keys, organ, guitar, and bass guitar. And a
Okay.
little but I don't really tell people I play saxophone because they don't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, because the ladies they want you to turn it out when you get on them horns.
You already know.
Right, right. So you figured out how to keep all the money, huh? You just play all the
Yeah,
instruments.
you already know. You already know. Trying to get to the bag for real.
Right, right, right. But that's what's up though, man. So where you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta, Missouri.
Okay. All
Yup,
right.
I stay in Cobb right now. That's where I'm representing from. We just trying to put us on the map, man. Just trying to make a childhood dream become reality.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now you mentioned a childhood dream. Now you look like you're a young cat, man. How old are you?
I'm 19. I'm
19.
19.
Getting it in.
25 though. You know.
Right, right. For sure, for sure. So when did you start to get involved with music and tell me how it came from, that first moment where you realized that this is something that you wanted to do and that you had the talent to do it.
Well, when I was young, I was probably about 5, and I was just playing drums, just banging on stuff. My family tell this story all the time, where we had this glass table, and I had the spoons, and I was banging on the table, and the whole table broke right at dinner. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right there in that moment, that's when I gained the obsession for drums and just really started pursuing drums. And then over the years, it's like I started gravitating to different instruments because I always looked at, by me being a church musician, you know what I'm saying, and God always gifted me with his gifts, you know what I'm saying, and his talents. And I always been in a position where it's like, okay, drums is getting a little boring. Let me go challenge myself and try this instrument. Let me challenge myself and try this instrument. And that was probably about 5 or 6 years old when I got into doing R&B music in 2018. And when I started doing that, it just started off, just everybody was telling me, AJ, you can sing, but you should go ahead and get into it. I'm like, nah, I don't really know that. I don't really want to get into all that. I'm good being a church musician. They're like, nah, but you know what I'm saying? You get into it, you should start doing it. And then I recorded my first song. It was called My Baby. And I put it out on SoundCloud. By my mom being a preacher and my grandmother being a preacher, I was like, I don't know how they gonna accept this song. So I ended up getting caught up in Sprint. You know what I'm saying? The dude switching over the phones, and he was like, "Oh, you saying you do music, or whatever?" He pulled up a song on SoundCloud. He played the record, and my mom loved it. And ever since then, it's just been just grinding ever since. You know what I'm saying? I never went 2 days without doing music. It was always every single day grinding.
it
So
was on and popping.
yeah, like once you get that vision, you know what you really, really, really want to do and what you want to make a living. You gotta give it your all because nobody's gonna give it to you. You gotta go out and take it.
Right, right. So is this your first professional record or your first professional release?
This is not my first professional release, but I will say that this is one of my most well-rounded releases.
Okay.
I went to college 2019 and I graduated with my certification in audio engineering. So from that moment, that's when everything started quality-wise sounding better. My master started sounding cleaner, then everything just started getting more professional. And I think my first project that I released, that was my first professional release, was Typical Love Story 2.
Okay.
Love Story 1, that whole series is basically about just how you get into a relationship and everything starts to be good in the beginning and then it goes bad. So the next version, a little insider, the Typical Love Story 3 that I'm working on it's all about when it goes bad, how men never tell these young boys out here never tell they women what they really need to know. You know what I'm saying? They never give them reassurance. And when we mess up, nobody speaks from the men's perspective of, I'm sorry, this is what I did wrong and this is how I want to fix it. So that's a little insight of how the Typical Love Story 3 is going to take a little turn this
Okay. All right. That's dope right there, man. So
year.
tell me a little bit about what you're doing to promote the new EP and what you got coming up, for this year, 2021.
Most definitely, most definitely. As far as promotions, we doing social media promotions. We have some posters and stickers on the way. We're gonna get a street team. We're gonna go out, hit all the gas stations, hit all the stores. Just tag the whole city in my face. And just let people know like I'm AJ and I do music. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like that's what it's all about. So I feel like social media can only take you so far because a lot of people who's not on social media. So you gotta go out and connect with people. And it's a little bit more challenging now because of coronavirus and stuff like that. So you gotta really make sure we're being cautious and being careful, but at the same time, we gotta, if you really want it, you gotta risk it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really put your all into it. And what's coming up for me, I'm having a show in the summertime. When I get, when we get the more details and stuff on that, I'll let you know. We just had I released concert on March, what was that, the 21st? March 21st. So we doing an outside show for the next show. I have another music video, a couple more music videos I'm dropping this year. And I have some records with a big producer that I'm working on. I don't want to give too much, but just know when we do drop, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Okay, all right, man. That sounds exciting, man. Like, yeah, you on the grind for real, real.
It's now or never. Ain't no more time to waste. You feel me? Ain't no more time to waste.
Yeah, definitely. So, do you feel like at this point that you're ready for the next level?
Yes, 1,000%. Now, a year ago, I wouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? But now that I have a team, a solid team around me, like I have Cam, Slum, Trey, David, Steve, Carl. We got Black. We got the whole. I got a machine now. Opposed to a year ago where it was just me and not really knowing a lot about contracts, not really knowing a lot about anything that's going on. But now it's to the point where it's like, okay, I'm well-rounded, and then on top of that, my maturity has grown. My knowledge of the game has grown. Me being around bigger producers and stuff in the game has dropped. Be sitting in studios and being a sponge, you know what I'm saying? I've grown so much to the point where now I feel like I'm ready for the next level. A year ago, I wouldn't have said that. But now, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like it's any day now, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, congratulations, man. Again, it's the EP, the songs on there are really great. Is there any particular song on this release that's kind of your favorite or that you get into a little bit more than other ones?
I say it's Reason to Love. Reason to Love is that's my baby. That's my favorite track. It's Reason to Love and Dice of Love. I like Dice of Love so much because it's different. Dice of Love is basically about, Reason to Love first is about, they're giving a summary of the whole project, being with somebody who's been hurt in different ways. And it's like me showing her like, I got what you really need. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to search no more. Like I'm him. You know what I'm saying? And Dice of Love is just the last song of the project. And it's just saying like, take the chance. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not gambling, still roll the dice and you might land on me.
All right. All right. Yeah, I like that right there. I feel that vibe. Yeah, Reason to Love is one of my favorites too. Another one I like on there a lot is More.
Yeah, More, that's baby. That's my middle child.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my middle child.
Okay, yeah. For sure. So
letting her know like you deserve way more than what you think. Because a lot of women out here just don't really know how much they're worth until somebody else shows them what they're worth. So it's just like me saying you deserve way more than you can imagine.
Okay. So we watch a lot of interviews with different artists and things. And, a question that's always asked is, what does it take to really make it? What does it take to go from, having a dream to actually making it a reality? So, in your own words, what are some of the most important things to understand about making that transition from having a dream and making it a reality?
I'll say the biggest thing is understanding patience. Understanding that you want to be in it for the long run and not want to grab it fast. A lot of artists want it super super fast, so they want to do everything they can to get it real fast, but they're not ready. Like I tell my team every time I see them, I don't care how long it takes for us to get to where we're going, as long as we're not wasting time. Like our hard work is what's gonna put us in a different realm of where we really want to be at. Your commitment, you being dedicated, your sacrifices, because the biggest thing is your sacrifices. Making them sacrifices that you did, you know what I'm saying, you never wanted to make. And then on top of that, being mentally strong and being, you know what I'm saying, and believing in God and really trusting him. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of things that are out of our control, that a lot of tests that God would throw at us and a lot of lessons that we have to learn. And it's all about just being grounded and really understanding that it's not going to happen overnight. If it does, you got to make sure you're ready. But I feel like as an artist, you shouldn't want it to happen overnight, because you don't want to be the one hit wonder. You want to be the artist that gets up and be able to sustain, because I'm so glad that I've learned so much I've had in this short amount of time, because I've learned how to sustain. I've learned what to do. I learned what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, understanding that by you being an artist, everything's about you, but you need people around you. You need a support system. You need the team around you that can help you in the ways that you can help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that it's the teamwork make the dream work. Once you have a team, it's nothing. Once you have a team and y'all locked in, everybody's working harder than the next person. Yeah, ain't nowhere else but to go but up. You know what I'm saying? You shooting up like a rocket. Period. That's it.
Okay, man, you dropping some gold nuggets right there. That's that's dope. That's dope. What's the craziest thing you ever saw happen, or that ever happened while you were performing live?
The craziest thing that ever happened? I don't really have an answer for that one, because I don't really be paying attention. I just be in the moment, just enjoying the moment. But I've been at some shows and saw a lot of crazy things. I've saw people throwing their clothes up at the artists. You know what I'm saying? Saw people, running all on the stage. That's never happened to me. But people crazy out here.
Okay, yeah, for sure, for sure. So before you go on, before when you got a show, before you step out on that stage, is there like a routine, or so what do you do to get prepared to walk out on that stage?
When we backstage, the first thing I do is bring my whole team, because I have a live band as well. I have everybody come into the room. We all pray. You know what I'm saying? We all sit there and we just, before the show, we just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We bask in the moment, because a lot of times by me being so busy and working so hard, I tend not to really sit down and enjoy the most moments that really is, you know what I'm saying, that mean the most. Like having a show where you have everybody around you, it's like, let's enjoy it. Let's bask in the moment. Like everybody that's in the room right now is everybody who matters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they either gonna support it or they not. Everybody who's supposed to be here is supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So when we backstage, we just talking, laughing, enjoying the moment, enjoying each other. One thing I love about my team is we're a family. It's not like we just working on business. We were all cool before they even knew I could sing. So once they found out I could sing, they was like, oh, well, we do this. Let's go ahead and let's collab. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. So it was like backstage, we always pray and make sure we pray, because at the end of the day, even though I do secular music, God placed me in this position. You know what I'm saying? And always understanding that this gift is not mine. Every talent that I have is not mine. It's all his. He trusted me with it. So that's just our biggest thing. We just always pray before every single show. And we go out and just have fun and just enjoy it.
Okay, all right, that sounds dope. That sounds dope. So before we wrap this up, man, definitely let the listeners know how they can follow you, your social media, your website, how they can get your music, and how they can stay up to date on everything that's AJ.
Most definitely. Y'all can find me on Instagram at AJ Beats with 3 Z's. AJ Beats with 3 Z's. My website is AntonioLeeJr.com. On my website, you can connect with me everywhere from my website, from Instagram to Facebook. My Facebook is Antonio Lee Jr. Everything is Antonio Lee Jr. but my Instagram. But you can search Antonio Lee Jr. on Instagram and find me. But that's where you can find me at. Y'all go listen to my latest project, Reason to Love. And y'all go watch the video. The music video is out. Y'all make sure y'all go watch that and tune into that as well.
All right, most definitely. All right, well, y'all heard it, so make sure you check out my man AJ. Now, do you prefer to be referred to as AJ or
It,
Antonio?
it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Okay. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
definitely, man. Well, hey, I want to thank you for buying out the time, man, for coming through. And we're gonna continue to support you and your music and look forward to, a whole string of hits and albums and
Yes,
EPs
sir.
and videos and everything else that you endeavor.
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you.